Some psychology tricks that you fall for every single day. Attribution bias is when you're able to just kind of excuse away the things that you did because you were tired or you're having a bad day or you learned from it. But when other people make the same mistakes, it's on them. That's their character flaws. They can't fix it. Bias blind spot is when you think that you're less biased than other people, which in itself is a bias. Sunk cost fallacy is when you're like watching a really boring show, but you feel like you have to finish it because you're already like 5 episodes in, or like people do this with relationships too. It's like, oh, I can't break up with this guy. I've been with him for this long. It'd be a waste. Scarcity effects makes things feel rare even when they're not. This is like when brands do like, this is like a limited time offer, or like, oh, the stock is almost out, so you feel like you have to get it even though they're lying. Black and white thinking can show up in a lot of different ways. One of the biggest ones is when you make a mistake and suddenly you're like, I'm a failure! And you like completely ignore all the good, positive, like correct things you've done. Because this bad thing, no! The identifiable victim effect is when you care more about that one really sad story over thousands of statistics. Anchoring is like when you believe the first thing that you were told, and that's it. Everything else, it doesn't match because that's not the first thing. I also like to call this conservatism, but hey. Spotlight effect is when you walk into a room and feel like everybody's looking at you, which I promise they're not. They don't care. You know, honestly, this is something that I have a really hard time getting myself out of because when I go out, people are looking. They come up and ask for pictures, so I can't even tell myself, like, no, it's just a spotlight effect. Like, it's like, oh, shit, I'm actually, like, being stared at. But the illusion of control is when you feel like you actually had more control over situations than you had. Like, you, like, blame yourself for this thing happening, even though, like, it was literally out of your hands. Confirmation bias is when you scroll past some news that you don't like, and your brain literally just ignores it, says it's not true, but then when something that you do agree with pops up, it's like, see, I was right, but then you're completely ignoring everything else. The cruelest trick of them all is right now, you're listening to me and still thinking, nah, that's everybody else, not me. Come on.